Hey, how you doing, YouTube family? Today I'm gonna be making some ground turkey stew. I've made this before, but I made it with what was it? I made it with fish before, but this one I believe is gonna be good. So here are the ingredients I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna be using onions. This right here is diced up green chili pepper. This is garlic. That's ginger. And right here, you can either cut up the tomatoes like in little pieces and just cook it like that, which I did that the first time, or you can blend it up. And I wanted to do it differently today, so I blended it up today. So what I have in here, I have Roma tomatoes, I have green pepper, and I have red pepper, and that's gonna be delicious. I can't wait. And also, you want to use some diced tomatoes. So I have 3 diced tomatoes. Oh, by the way, I used about. I like a lot of soup, so it depends how much soup you like. So it depends how much tomato you use. With me, I used about 12 tomatoes. This is about 12 tomatoes, along with 2 green peppers and 2 red peppers. And I'm using 3 cans of 14-ounce diced tomatoes. That's what I'm using. I'm gonna add that on there. Then this is my ground turkey. That's gonna go on in the order which I just showed you. That's how it's gonna go in the pan. And also, I'm using, this is called Maggie cubes. You can buy it. They mainly sell it in African stores, but you can use the bouillon cubes if you want. Also, that will also work. I have about 12 Maggie cubes in here because I have a lot of tomatoes. So this is the new thing I'm gonna try. I like eggplant, so eggplant I think is gonna go well with the stew. So I'm using the eggplant. And the first thing you pour, I'm using palm oil. You can buy this at an African store. You can order it on Amazon also. I like the palm oil because palm oil has its own flavor and it's real good. So this is the beginning step. You're gonna pour some palm oil, about half a cup full, depending on how much stew you're gonna cook, to a cup full, and just pour it in your pot, let it heat up, and I will show you what it looks like. Alright, I forgot to tell you all one ingredient I forgot to list on there. Some eggs. You gotta put some eggs, and that's the last thing you're gonna put on your food. This egg is gonna change the whole how the stew looks. It's very good. You have to put an egg in there. So now I'm gonna add the onion. I'm gonna cook it for 5 minutes until it's brown or light brown. I like it a little bit dark brown, not too dark though. Then after that, I'm gonna add my chili peppers, my ginger, and my garlic. Alright, my onion's been cooking for about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna add my green chili, my garlic, and my ginger in there. Yeah, I'm gonna let this cook for about 3 to 5 minutes, just depends. And make sure you steady mixing all the ingredients. Make sure you continue mixing it real good. I'm gonna list all the ingredients that I used on my description. So it's already smelling good so far. And this food, the only thing that takes long about this food is the preparation. But when you start cooking it, it's pretty fast. It'll be done about 30 minutes or less. Just depends. Okay, I'm gonna cook my meat separately. So when it comes time for me to add my meat, I already can add it. You don't have to put no ingredients in your meat, because all the flavor from the stew, when you add the meat, is gonna all interact with one another. It's gonna be delicious. Trust me. If you want to put a little light ingredients, up to you. You can do that. You can always change the way you cook it. It's up to you. But me personally, I'm not gonna put no ingredient in it. I'm just gonna cook the meat like that. Then after I put my tomato and my diced tomato in my stew, then I'm gonna add the cooked meat in the stew. Okay, now I'm gonna add my tomato, my Roma tomato, and my green onions and my red onions in there. After you add that, make sure you mix it real good. Mix it real good. Then after that, I'm gonna put my diced tomato. After you dice tomato, you're gonna let it cook for about 15 minutes. Depending on how the tomato looks and how it's cooking, you're cooking for an extra 5 more minutes or less, but make sure you cook it for 15 minutes. So now I'm gonna add my diced tomato. I'm gonna stir it. And while I'm stirring that, I'm gonna be stirring my meat. Make sure my stew is being stirred. Now I'm gonna cover it and let it just cook. And every so often you want to check it and make sure you continue stirring it so it doesn't burn on the bottom. Oh, by the way, I'm cooking some rice with it to go with the food. You can eat it with anything. You can eat it with rice, with noodles. It's up to you. But I prefer rice. Alright, so my ground turkey is almost done. The next thing I'm gonna do after this ground turkey is done, I'm gonna add my Maggie, and I'll show you when everything is complete. Oh, I decided to add some because I wanted to add some extra meat, so I added some chicken wings. I baked these chicken wings though, so I'm just gonna add it separately with the stew. So when the stew is done, I'm gonna put my rice, put the stew on top of the rice with the chicken on the side. Alright, now I'm gonna add my ground turkey in this stew. I'm trying not to put the liquid in there because I already have enough stew. This stew should last a few days, and that's what I want it to do. So I don't have to cook again. I'm gonna mix it up real good. Then I'm gonna add my Maggie in there. Remember, the Maggie is hard, so you gotta make sure it's stir because it's gonna break down in the stew. Because right now I can't do it on my own because I didn't soften it up. You can soften it up by putting something like a heat towards the Maggie so it can soften up, so you can break it down. But I just put it whole in my stew, and then I just stir it until it's broken down, and you can taste the flavor and make sure you just taste it. And if you need any more, if the Maggie doesn't do enough tasting, if it's not according to the taste that you like, you can add salt, which I will taste it after the Maggie has been broken down. I will taste it. If you need some more salt, I will just add some more salt on it according to my taste. While that is done doing it, I'm gonna put my eggplant in there. So this process should take less than 10 minutes. So I want to put my eggplant in there so my eggplant can soften up. And the last thing I'm gonna do is add the egg. This is my egg that I already beat, but make sure you put a little bit of water in your egg before you put it in your stew, because the egg pretty much is just a thickening part of it. It makes your stew a little bit thickened, which if you want it more thick, you put less water, you don't put no water at all, so it's up to you. So I'm gonna pour my egg while I'm stirring. After your egg is cooked in the stew, you wanna taste it. Make sure you don't need no more salt. And you can see the color of the stew, how it's gonna be getting more thicker with the egg being in there. So you wanna stir it. Make sure you stir real good. Or should I use a bigger pot? But I thought this was gonna suffice, but apparently I was wrong. So I'm gonna add me a little salt on it just to make sure, and I will taste it. So make sure you add a little bit of salt at a time and taste it make sure you taste it to your own taste. Everybody have their own different taste buds as far as what tastes good to them or not. And you're gonna cook this for at least 5 minutes, depending on how, especially when the egg is done. You want to cook it for at least 5 to 10 minutes, and after that it's done, and that's it. You're complete. I'm gonna show you the finished product after. Alright guys, this is the finished product. That's my stew, my rice, and my wings. So that's how it looks when it's complete. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, the notification bell, and comment, and I'll answer any question if you like. You guys have a blessed day.